The galaxy had grown old and brittle. The rulers of the New Order, alien dynasties 3,000 years in the making, had written their own story, a galaxy without humans. Earth was an unmarked ruin, its blue-green shimmer hidden behind cloaked satellites and forbidden warp gates. Terrans, they said, were a myth, a warning of what happens when chaos goes unchecked. All traces had been erased. Language, art, even the old constellations were redrawn. But in the lawless drift outside the borders, ships still vanished. Codes older than memory sometimes flashed in the dark. There were rumors of strange rescues, impossible hacks, and warriors who bled in colors no living record could explain. They called these ghosts the Shadowborn. No one dared to hunt them. Until now, the world of Illyria, a shattered jewel at the galactic rim, burned beneath a red sky. Its people, a mosaic of refugees and exiles, had learned to survive the hard way. On this night, a fleet of the New Order-S Reaper-class dreadnoughts descended with a single purpose: to erase the last suspected Terran enclave in the galaxy. In the slums of Illyria's capital, 16-year-old Nico Vale scavenged parts for his mother's generator, ducking patrols and dreaming of the stars. He'd never seen another human. His mother hid her face, spoke in coded lullabies, and warned him never to trust the offworlders. But when the air raid sirens screamed and the city's defenses collapsed, it was Nico who led a ragtag band of survivors down into the ancient catacombs beneath the streets. Deep underground, they found something that should not exist: an armored door sealed with a Terran palm print. When Nico touched it, the vault recognized him. Doors slid open. Inside, they discovered relics of old Earth star maps, armor, stories carved into stone. At the heart of the vault, a stasis pod hissed open, releasing a woman clad in Terran battle armor, her eyes glowing with blue fire. She called herself Commander Rain, last guardian of the Soul Accord. Rain was lost, shaken, disbelieving at the centuries gone. But when she learned what was happening above, she didn't hesitate. With Nico and the survivors, she began to activate the vault's defense, Gradane Jaunt, battered tech that still pulsed with the stubborn defiance of its creators. She rallied the city's defenders, teaching them old Terran tactics and bush, sabotage, courage in the face of annihilation. The New Order responded with overwhelming force. Orbital bombardments, EMP storms, biohunters that stalked the ruins by night. One by one, outposts fell. Nico's friends died in his arms. Rain's armor cracked and bled, but each setback only made them fight harder. Rain's legend grew, and soon word spread across pirate bands, refugee ships, outlaw colonies. The Terrans have returned. Elsewhere in the marble halls of the New Order's capital, a young alien historian named Celaya uncovered forbidden data. Encrypted Terran records that survived the purges. Driven by curiosity and shame, Celaya contacted the Resistance, risking everything. He decoded the coordinates of hidden Terran strongholds, learning that Illyria was just the first spark in a much larger plan. Rain Nico. And Celaya led the survivors to a derelict Terran warship buried beneath the Cydia Leviathan-class dreadnought. Mothballed for centuries, but still alive, its AI sleeping in digital dreams. As bombardment shook the ground, Rain and Nico worked to awaken the ship. When they failed, Nico tried the only thing he had left. He sang his mother's lullaby, the same song Terran engineers once used to calm AI cores. The Leviathan awoke, its holographic avatar taking the form of an old Earth wolf. It recognized them as kin. With barely enough power to rise, the Leviathan broke through the rubble and ascended to the sky. Lyra's defenders, pirates, farmers, children crowded the corridors, many seeing the stars for the first time. Rain sent out a call in the old Terran frequency. To all who still remember Earth, the time has come. The long night is ending. Across the galaxy, hidden Terran enclaves stirred. Sleepers in council palaces, AI ghosts and derelict ships, old allies and bitter enemies alike heard the call. The Terran diaspora was everywhere, sometimes only a few families, sometimes whole cities in disguise, but always waiting, always hoping. The New Order unleashed the Black Armada fleets designed to end civilizations, AI warlords that could turn planets into dust. Rain, Nico, and Soleil, led the resistance from the bridge of the Leviathan, hopping from world to world, gathering support. Each victory inspired more to join. Alien mercenaries, outlawed scientists, and even the children of New Order rulers flocked to the Terran banner, drawn by a cause that felt like destiny. In space and on 100 worlds, battles raged for weeks. The Black Armada's strength was its unity and its fear. The Resistance's strength was its wild diversity and stubborn refusal to give up. The Terrans hacked enemy ships in real time, rewrote gravity in the middle of battles, and risked everything for one another. Nico became a symbol, the first of a new Terran generation, fearless and full of hope. As the war neared its end, the New Order's Supreme Regent offered surrender on the condition that the Terrans would erase themselves, return to myth, and never again threaten the order of the galaxy. Rain, battered and near death, refused. "We are not here to rule. We are here to remember. We are here so no one will ever be erased again." The final battle was fought above old Earth, the planet freed from its shroud for the first time in millennia. The Leviathan, outnumbered and outgunned, was nearly destroyed. Rain, Nico, and Soleil led a boarding party onto the flagship of the Black Armada, fighting hand-to-hand through burning corridors. At the heart of the ship, Nico found the Regent, not a monster, but a tired old being afraid of change. Nico chose not to kill him, but to show him the records of all those the New Order had erased: names, faces, songs, and dreams. The Regent surrendered. The war ended not with an execution, but with a memory. Old Earth was reopened. The galaxy began to heal, where Terrans did not seek revenge. They sent doctors and engineers, storytellers, and diplomats. Rain became a teacher, not a warlord. Nico traveled the stars carrying stories and hope, singing the lullabies that had awakened the Leviathan and saved them all. Soleil wrote the history of it all, and in every language he called it the dawn of the remembered. The galaxy learned the lesson no regime could erase. Humanity's strength was not in their ships or weapons, but in their refusal to let anyone human or alien be forgotten ever again. And so, whenever darkness crept back into the corners of the stars, the Resistance would sing their songs, and even the oldest enemies would smile. For the Terrans were not a warning. They were the keepers of memory, and as long as one remembered, hope would never die.